Hi guys, very good day to you and welcome again to Accordia's Cookies and Crumbs. And today we have a wonderful gentleman, Mr. Prabaharan from Canada, formerly from Sri Lanka, now residing in Canada. He's actually the license holder for the Napoleon Hill program. Napoleon Hill is a very well-known name in many people's hearts, especially those who have been reading motivational books. Napoleon Hill is definitely a known name. So, Prabha, can you just tell us a little bit about Napoleon Hill for those people who do not know who Napoleon Hill is?
Napoleon is actually is an author and is a reporter. He worked in many publications. And one point he met Andrew Carnegie. When I say the Andrew Carnegie, if we have Andrew Carnegie's assets today, if you can combine the asset of Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, that much big. So one point he went to interview Andrew Carnegie. At that time, Andrew Carnegie gave him an offer, and only within 29 seconds he has to take the offer, or otherwise he's going to reject it. The offer was he has to research almost 500 successful people in those days, and he has to come up with a philosophy for any general people can to become successful. If they want to become successful, they can use that philosophy to become successful. So those days he interviewed such as
Henry Ford,
and Thomas Edison, and like that, even a couple of presidents he interviewed.
Right. Okay.
And he came up with a philosophy to someone who's ordinary people can apply and make it happen.
Okay. So what we want is that, I think there's a lot of great chapters in his book, Law of Success, as well. I think Think and Grow Rich was more famous everywhere. Okay. Now, right now in Malaysia, we have a situation. We have an election coming in 2 months or 3 months time from now. And whenever election comes, one of the downside is people start focusing on the election, get emotional about the election, and then they lose focus on what they are supposed to be emotional about, which is their own well-being and their own future. And sadly, sometimes trainers or businessmen and all that fall into this trap. They're very positive, but then you get into this, what market is talking about. What can you say in terms of what would Napoleon Hill say in order to stay positive even in a down economy?
Yes, a very good question you asked. The most important thing, the person doesn't have a definite major purpose. He's going to look into the objects, shining objects. You understand what I'm talking? He will look into some other shining object to hang around. So some other person who has a definite purpose, they will always focus. So that is a chapter Napoleon talking about in Think and Grow Rich, which is chapter 1, desire. How turn your desire into goal. Okay, he nicely stated in 6 steps how they can use those 6 steps and they be focused on that. Because all about the issues we are coming up with the shining objects, all about the people are not putting their definite major purpose in their subconscious mind. So the Napoleon also talking about using the auto suggestion to download all your goals into your subconscious mind.
Okay, can you just tell a bit about auto suggestion? How can one use auto suggestion in order to allow the goals to always be in the subconscious mind and not losing focus?
Yeah, so that's a very nice, excellent question, Jagar. So Napoleon comes with the 6 steps. Okay,
6 steps.
6 steps. I'll just briefly describe you.
Sure.
So actually, whatever you want to know exactly how much you want in your life, and out of that money you want to make, it's not something for free. You want to know what is the service you're going to provide.
Okay.
And the exact date when you are going to make it. And suddenly, you have to start thinking about your plans. You have to have some kind of plans.
Right.
But the good part is you don't need the plan. The plan is going to give by your subconscious mind.
So you don't really have to have a plan, detailed plan. No, sometimes
No,
you must draw your plan out.
No, you don't need it.
No need.
I'll give you a very good example. So many people today, they are waiting to the exact plan to come. That's the reason they never start. You start whatever tools you have today, and tomorrow will take care of it.
Okay, that's a very radical way of looking at it. Of course, the motivational world says that don't worry about how it will happen. you should know why, and the how will present itself.
Presented itself. Yes,
Okay.
that's right.
But how do we tell this to some people who say that when there's no how do you know how you're going to do it?
This is what the law of success we are talking about, that mastermind principle and going extra mile.
Okay.
The how will taken care of your mastermind. The people who really going to help you to become successful, they are going to give you all the ideas what you need.
Okay.
So two brain is better than one brain. Am I
see.
right?
Okay.
So this is the what Henry Ford used to become successful.
Okay. Now the mastermind concept is where you have like-minded people coming together, correct?
Yes.
Okay. How do we find the mastermind?
Hmm?
How do we find a mastermind?
So as I told you, that most important thing, whatever you want,
Okay.
I told you before also, before the interview, whatever you really want, you have to put it into your subconscious mind.
Okay.
I told about the 4 steps. The plan is the 4th one. The 5th one is you are writing all your plans, writing all your DMPs.
Mhm.
Once you start writing your DMP and read it every night and early morning, if you do these 6 steps again and again and again, it is a sort of auto suggestion to your subconscious mind.
So that's a form of auto-suggestion too. So you say it is important for you to read the goals on a daily basis.
Of course.
Okay. Right.
So it's a very good question. It's a very good opinion. I would say that. Think about that. You came to pick me up today.
Okay.
You know exact location I'm here.
That's right.
So that's what you have to tell your subconscious mind every single day. Okay, where are you going? Where are you going? What do you want? You
Okay.
understand that.
All right.
So more frequently you tap into your definite major purpose.
Okay.
You won't deviate from your goal.
I see. Okay. So I think that's a very important part.
Yes,
Okay.
it's a technique itself.
Okay. So tell us a bit about the Napoleon Hill program. Now you're here in Malaysia,
Yes.
and we have heard about Napoleon Hill programs in the past. But tell us about what is it. So how can people enroll in the program, and how long is it, and what will they get out of this?
Okay, so what Napoleon even says that in the whole world, only 98 people we are not succeed.
Okay.
Only 2% of the people will become successful today.
Okay.
So in a statistic, you could really count. We have like around 7,500 billion people all over the world.
Right.
If you really think it, only 18 million millionaires are there.
Okay.
So what Napoleon coming said, Napoleon created the philosophy to any individual can become successful. When I
Right.
say that any individual means anyone.
Okay.
The only thing is, after reading the Think and Grow Rich, they will crystallize their DMP.
Okay.
So the whole program about what you're doing is we are going to run lots of free 2 hours programs,
Okay.
2-3 hours program, just to give a very good brief introduction
Okay.
of what is Napoleon
Right.
and how we are going to, how can you utilize those programs.
Okay.
After utilizing the program, you will figure it out why you need this program in your entire life.
Okay.
So the Napoleon program pretty much going to your success GPS.
Success GPS. Okay, that's very interesting.
Yeah, your success GPS, I would say that one. So
Okay.
that once you know that you exact where you want to go, it will take. Doesn't matter where you are today.
So
It
we
will
will
help
call
you.
that the GPS of today will be the goal positioning system.
I think yes.
Okay, all right.
I would say that.
So thank you very much, Mr. Praba. It's been a pleasure having you around. And I hope we'll put some updates about this program, when is it happening and all. And you can enroll for that thing. And I would love to be part of the program as well.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.